barco hay que ir de acá en dirección noreste, luego voltear e ir a dirección sur.
Ah, ya hizo vuelto.
Sí, un vueltón. Sube la escalera. Aquí estoy.
Well, I've been many places and stayed in many hotels. I don't know that I've ever been in a more peaceful place than in my cabana floating on an island on Lake Titicaca. It's not a normal feeling walking around on a man-made island of reed. Each step it's a little squishy. It's solid. There's nothing to fret about, but it's squishy, and in certain areas you can feel the island just give just a little bit, which is a reminder of where you are on a lake up to 200 feet deep at 12,500 feet elevation. And when you stop and let your feet be silent, what you hear are the distant motorboats plying these waterways, but also the wildlife, the birds, the cormorants, the herons. It's just a sensational experience. I've always said the best part of sunset is after sunset. It's the afterglow of sunset. And I don't think I've ever appreciated that fact more than here, just standing here in the past few minutes, watching the sun sink over the mountain, and now watching the colors change gradually over the lake.
This is my host, Felix. He and his wife, Milagros, own the Reed Island where I'm staying. I put information about their accommodations in the comments section.
These places, unique places around the world.
Yeah.
That's why this is in this region. This civilization lived long time ago.
Are you concerned that with the problems with pollution and the lowering of the water level is hurting the lake?
Of course.
I mean,
yeah, we have yeah, because today the level of the lake, it was little high, now it's low.
Yeah.
This last years it's changing than years ago. Yeah, it is. Yeah, the most important here for us is we need a keen. We need keep clean this lake. That's why we live all the time. We live on the lake.
Could you imagine yourself living anywhere else?
Yeah, no.
It's hard to decide whether It was more beautiful last night at sunset than it is right now in the perfect stillness of the early morning. After some breakfast here on the island, I will boat back to Puno and catch up with the Peru hop bus to continue around this lake. Today we head over the border into Bolivia and on to a place called Copacabana, from which we will take another boat into the lake at the very famous Isla del Sol. I'm having some coffee and a quinoa pancake. Felix was just in the room serving it and came out with a demonstration package that showed me that there are 5 varieties of quinoa that they eat here. And he also showed me the variety that I almost certainly buy at home in the US, the white quinoa. But I'm eating another variety, and it's the first time I've eaten a quinoa pancake, but it's very good with the syrup.
Thor Heyerdahl from Norway, came and from this lake take this plant, the totora, and he bring from here to Lima. In Lima, he welded like these yellow red boats, and first time he put the name Contiki. With this red boat, the name Contiki, he make it in Pacific Ocean 101 day of travel. From South America, in this case from Lima, to Polynesia's island. That's why today, in our local language, we call it Balsa de Totora, and today we call it Mercedes-Benz.
Inspired by Thor Heyerdahl.
Yeah. This one, we represent the sun and our life. When came the first Uros people, they live it like that in the first time. And then, today we live on a floating island. This is totally different than the first time. And then this symbol, will be for you, and will be a memory. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for your visiting us.
Great, thank you. I feel like I've learned a lot.
Maybe see you in the next time.
Definitely.
Now it's sleeping, yeah?
Oh, okay, está bien.
Take a seat.
Okay. Gracias. Adiós. Back ashore in Puno, A taxista who works with Felix was there waiting to whisk me off to meet my Peru Hop bus. I was soon headed toward the Bolivian border.
Well, the border crossing was not very difficult, just meticulous for those who happen to hold U.S. passports. But all was fine. In the town of Casani is where I crossed the border, and I've now progressed to a few miles inland into Bolivia to Copacabana. It's on Lake Titicaca, as you can see in the background. And once I catch my breath from this altitude, I'll tell you that I'm about to hop on a boat and head to Isla del Sol. Well, I've arrived by boat on the Isla del Sol, which will be the last island we'll visit in this video. And I'm pumped about this one because, of course, it's a very sacred place. It was for the Inca, but more about that later. Right now I'm going to concentrate on climbing this hill. I confess to be a little winded. I confess, but am unashamed. We are nearing 13,000 feet elevation, and we'll go a little higher on this trail. I never like to compare places, but when I first got off the boat, my thought was, this is a South American version of a Greek island. Only no Greek island I'm familiar with is at 13,000 feet. Well, I've been walking for nearly an hour, and on the downhill pursuit here, I'm coming into the island's village. And as you may be able to hear a bit in the background, there's some sort of festival going on. And from here I can see the town people dressed in their normal attire, gathered in what looks to be maybe a village square, and the sound of music, which is very interesting because there's a lot of brass in that music. And I wondered what I would hear on this island, and I'm about to find out. This is like being at a county fair.
Una vez más saludamos a los flamantes esposos.
Well, quite honestly, at the moment, I do not know what this festival is, but it's very interesting the way it's organized, with the women in little groups in the center, and the men sitting around the edge of this walled square, hats in hand, and now I see them putting their hats on. So I'll show you.
Muchas felicidades a todos ustedes, bienvenidos. Ya enseguida se viene la agrupación. Ya se viene la sorpresa, el cariño de los remotos esposos para todos ustedes. Ya está en camino, así que no se preocupen. Estaremos bailando, zapateando.
So there's plenty of coca leaf to go around, and these fine folks are enjoying chewing some. Gracias, pero es mejor no. Gracias. So that's what they're doing, sitting next to the wall. They're enjoying a chew. Wait, this. Joven, ¿hay una boda?
Sí.
¿A boda?
La novia
Okay.
está allá.
Perdóname?
La novia está allá.
Well, as you may have heard, this is a wedding. I was wondering why they would be celebrating when no one else that I've seen today in the other two places I've stopped in Bolivia so far around the lake were celebrating. But now I'm trying to find the bride and groom. Felicidades.
Gracias. Gracias.
Gracias usted. So, here's the bride and groom. They've just tied the knot, or I guess they have or will be. And here's the trumpeter with a large bottle of cerveza in hand. Buenos días. Buenas tardes. Hola.
¿Alemán?
Los Estados Unidos.
Ah, Estados Unidos.
Sí,
¿Americano?
exactamente.
Muy bien, caramba.
Gracias por su...
Pero no nos odia grave aquí los bolivianos.
¿Oh, sí?
Los odia. Pues.
Sí, sí. Son muy amables. Muchas gracias. Okay. Okay, I got a group to catch up with that have left me behind, I'm sure. So we need to make our way down the trail. But that was an unexpected bonus here on the Isla del Sol. It may seem strange that this island that we're on, with no vehicles, no roads, and is as isolated as one could be from a modern standpoint, was once the religious wellstone of the Inca Empire. For the Inca, this is sacred ground. The place where the first Inca is said to have emerged from a crag on a large sandstone outcrop known as Titicaca. According to Inca legend, this crag is the holiest of places because it is where the sun went into hiding after a great flood, and it is the place where the waters of the earth first began to recede and the sun came out to bestow its light on the earth again. Thus, the core belief that the worship of the sun, the Inti, stems from this island, and the connection to humans was that the first Inca, Manco Capac, was the son of the sun. And that's it for Isla del Sol, another spectacular island in Lake Titicaca. Normally I would say see you next time in the next country. We are already in the next country. We're in Bolivia. Maybe I forgot to say welcome to Bolivia. So until next time, I'll see you in La Paz. Ciao and peace.